Alright, we're all set up here in our blind. It's about 1:45 in the afternoon. It's a little bit of light rain right now. It's been raining the last couple hours this morning. Not a heavy rain, but just a nice little steady rain. Rain's still kind of moving out of the area. So we thought we'd get in here a little bit earlier this afternoon than planned and try to time our sit with the rain, coming to an end and then being out here a little early for the evening hunt. So we're setting up on a edge of a soybean field this evening on a food plot, and got a little corn out here for the deer. This is the farm that we hunted last year for parts of late September and October. Try to get Luke a shot at a deer. Saw a lot of deer, had a lot of opportunities, weren't able to connect, but new year, we know the place a little bit better. Luke's been practicing, getting ready for this season, and he's more prepared than ever. So hopefully tonight we'll get an opportunity for Luke to fill one of his deer tags with his Matthews Lift RS. So, are you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
All right, good deal. Well, we'll see what happens. It's literally been like 5 minutes, and we just had a doe and a fawn sneak in behind us, and they're in the blind. They came in on the downwind side, popped out in the field, and I think they already knew something was up. They turned and ran down in the thicket beside us over here, but one thing we know for sure, that those aren't the only two deer on this property, and it's only not even 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The sun sets about a little before 8 o'clock this evening, so we got a long time before the sun goes down tonight to sit here and wait for our opportunity. So we're going to be real patient, and rain's starting to let up a little bit now, so deer starting to move. It's good.
Where the corn's at?
Yeah, that's like the edge of the corn. You see that dark spot?
Yeah.
You see the little white spot and the little dark spot right there? That's where you want it to be. But let her take a step forward. You want her right leg to be forward. That's good right there.
There's a weed in my way. I need to tell my way. She just move up a little bit more. Get shot off.
That weed's not going to cause you no trouble.
Still. I want to make sure the shot's not going to be good. You know what I mean?
You can draw.
So, this doe just came in about 20 yards. And, she gave me a nice broadside shot. I drew. I shot. She barely dropped. And I felt like I made a really good shot. A nice shot on that doe. My adrenaline's pumping right now. Absolutely going through the roof.
Let's go back and watch the video and see what we can see. Luke shot a doe about 25 minutes ago. We packed our stuff up out of the blind. Went over and found blood pretty quick. And took all of our stuff back to the truck. And now we're walking our way back up there to get on the trail. I'd prefer to give her a little bit more time. We're gonna take the track real slow to see what we find and then make a decision about backing out or pressing on. So you just never know where the arrow hit. Looks like it could be bottom of the liver, maybe bottom of the lung. Just don't know. Blood looked good where we last saw it, so we marked that spot and then took some stuff back to the truck and lightened our load a little bit. So hopefully we'll go back in here. She won't be laying too far from where we last saw her, so fingers crossed. Well, back out here the following morning, and the search has come to an end. We have not been able to recover Luke's doe that he shot last night. After he shot last night, we went in and we found blood, and we gave her a little bit of time. You know, we went back and watched the video, and it looked like at best he may have hit the bottom of the liver. And so I was hopeful that that would, after a few hours of waiting, that we'd recover her. But so we gave her about 4 hours. We came back and picked up the search and brought a buddy with us. But followed the track for a good long way. Blood started to get really scarce, and we believe we bumped her about midnight last night. And so we pulled out, and I came back this morning by myself in the daylight and did a pretty good grid search and wasn't able to locate the doe. Didn't find any more definitive sign, and gave it the best effort that we could try to recover the animal. Probably hindsight being 2020, we should have waited a little bit longer before we got on the track last night. But my concern was that if it was a lethal kill and she went down quickly, that she'd spoil overnight before we could get back out here this morning and recover her. So it's always a calculated risk. You just never know if, how much time you really need to give them. And under different conditions, you have to make decisions based on what's happening. We had rain coming in overnight. We had warm temperatures. You got the risk of coyotes. And so you just, you got to factor all that stuff into making decisions on when you want to pursue the animal after the shot. Luke did his job. You look back at the video, he made a good shot. He put it right behind the front leg. Problem was she's a little quarter two, and, he hit her a little bit low. So that's part of bow hunting. It's never easy. It's never pretty. It's not what we hope for, but there certainly would be some lessons learned from that. At 12 years old, he's learning fast, and I'm really proud of everything that he's doing so far. So, no fault of his own. That's on me for not having him wait a little bit for a better shot, and maybe getting on the track too early last night. So lessons learned. We'll chalk that one up to experience, and hopefully, do better on the next try. Well, it's October the 3rd, and it's been almost 2 weeks since we were out here last when Luke shot the doe, and we didn't recover. So it's been really hot the last couple weeks. We've been waiting for an opportunity to get back out here, but weather just really wasn't favorable for it. It's not much cooler tonight. It's about 80 degrees right now. It's about 5:30 Eastern time, and we just got set up here in the blind. We've been keeping the corn out, keeping the cameras going, and been getting lots of pictures of deer coming into the same spot where he shot the doe almost 2 weeks ago. So we're going to give it another go tonight. We've actually been getting a picture of a bachelor group of bucks and one real nice buck that's been coming in here the last couple mornings. So fingers crossed that Luke can connect on another deer tonight, and we'll bring one home. We forgot our stools for our blind at home, so I had a 5-gallon bucket in the back of the truck, and on our way here we swung in to Tractor Supply and picked up another 5-gallon bucket so that we both have something to sit on. Otherwise we'd be on our hands and knees tonight. But a little bit of improvising just to get through this sit. Luckily it's only a couple hours till it gets dark, so I'm sure we'll have sore butts before it's over with, but we gonna make the best of it either way. So after the shot, I immediately noticed that Luke's arrow had hit the window of the blind, and I was concerned that that would have knocked it off course and cause him to hit or get a poor hit on the deer. So I tried to watch the video on my phone while we're sitting there in the blind just to figure out exactly where he hit it, but it was difficult to tell, and I was concerned that if the hit was marginal and we got on the track too early, that we'd bump the deer and not recover it. So we decided to wait a few minutes. We got out of the blind. We found his arrow, and immediately could tell that we had good blood on the arrow. But I was just still a little hesitant to get on the track too fast. So what did we do, Luke? After that, what did we decide to do?
So we decided to back out and make sure the deer was fully dead before we went to go look for it, so we didn't bump it and she'd go further than we wanted her to.
Yeah, so we decided to go ahead and come back home for a little bit, about 30 minutes from the farm that we were hunting. And so drove home, had a little bit of supper, and reviewed the video in more detail. And I could tell exactly where he'd hit the deer at that point and felt confident that it was a lethal hit. So we called up a buddy, and he came out and helped us track the deer. And luckily it was a very short blood trail once we got back out there to the farm. We waited about 3 hours, went back, picked up the blood trail immediately, and within just a few minutes was able to recover the doe. So, Luke, what was that experience like for the first time? Tracking your deer that you'd shot after dark, and getting to the point where you recovered the animal. What was that like?
A mix of feelings: excited, nervous, and because I felt like I didn't make a great shot because we couldn't really tell with the video that where the arrow kind of went in before. We didn't see as much blood as I was expecting, but once we got into the woods, we started seeing bigger blood spots, a lot more blood and consistently, and then maybe like 50 yards into the woods, we found her laying dead down on the ground.
Yeah, and it was obvious that the deer had been dead for a while. We were just using an extra amount of caution not to get on the track too early. Turns out she'd only gone about 60 yards from where he shot the deer, and so it made it really easy to recover. And couldn't be happier with the way things turned out. Luke did a good job. He made a great shot despite hitting the window, double long shot, and it was a very quick, clean, ethical harvest. So very proud of what he accomplished, and with his first deer with his bow. I'm sure it won't be his last. Just enjoyed getting that time in the woods together and letting Luke experience these things for the first time. I remember as a young hunter going with my dad, and every trip out you're learning something new. It's exciting, it's fun, and you're developing your skills as an outdoorsman and as a hunter. And that's a very fun thing to do as a young person. It's equally fun for me with taking Luke and teaching him those things that my dad taught me so many years ago, and just really happy to be able to pass that on to my son. So we appreciate you guys watching. We're going to show you the video of the recovery here, and don't forget to like and subscribe. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you out there.
The dog. Go ahead. I see a dead deer. She is. Mm-hmm.
Hey, buddy. How about that? How about that? Good baby.
She's getting a big girl.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's where you hit her. Yeah, she's big. How about that good hug? Good job, man. First bow kill. How about that?
She can go.
Oh, now the work starts.
Yep.
Found her. So, Luke, tell us how you feel about right now.
I feel great.
You feel great.
I really do.
Yeah.
First archery bow kill.
Yeah.
Stoked.
Congratulations, buddy.
Thank
Good
you.
job. Get around there. Get a hold of her front legs, dude. Oh, I forget to push the button. No, I'm teasing. I'm teasing.
I'm about to say, really?